Holy Packs. Okay, this is the second part of this collection. So I'll go over these next two 4-row count boxes. This box I'm most excited for, most intrigued by for the collection. So again, paid, I think it was 45 bucks for these 4-row boxes. First one I did, last video I did was mostly 90 tops. It was a whole box of 90 tops. Then a bunch in the 92, Tops 92 Score and Donruss, and then some O-Pee-Chee Premier, 93 Fleer, and some 94, and a small amount of 94 Tops. So got some good cards out of those things. Definitely some interesting ones. But this one's going to be the most intriguing because, one, you get 91 Tops, right? You get this up to here of 91 Tops. Then you get 89 Tops over here. So there's errors in the 89 Tops we could chase. And it also looks like, is there an 88 Tops in here? So maybe there's some 88 Tops in here as well. But it's certainly going to chase the three big errors here in 91 Tops with the Chris Hoiles, Doug Drabek, and Mark Whiten. And then in the 89 Tops, I know there's some with the future stars. There's some gapping in there. There's the Stan Jeffries pink or corner, like triangle corner. I'll have to remind myself. I'll have to look up some of the other ones because I can't remember off the top of my head. And then we got a whole row of 86 Tops. So this one will just be interesting just to see who's in there. Obviously, Vince Coleman's rookie is in here. I think you get Ozzie Guillen. So it's real low key on rookies, but it's always kind of fun to go through this and see what kind of Hall of Famers are in there. So I will pause it here, start breaking it out, because it does take me a very long time to go through this, and I know sometimes everyone likes to kind of see you discover it as you go, but it's just, I mean, to go through this, all of these, it's going to be painstaking, and it doesn't seem to be in any sort of rhyme or reason of an order here. So, but I'll pause it here, break it out, show you what I got. And I've gone through all the 91 Tops, so I'll show you what I've gotten so far with that, and then I'll do the rest in a moment here. But per usual, right, breaking out some of the Hall of Famers and star players, because I'll do player lots for them. So Ken Caminiti, Ozzie Smith, Andre Dawson, Sheffield, Strawberry, Winfield, Yount. You know, same thing as the previous video. Gold Cup card for Larry Walker. No Chipper Jones, no Bo Jackson, no Nolan Ryan, no Frank Thomas, no Ken Griffey Jr. So those bigger stars of the early 90s aren't there, but a lot of the other stars were. So Ricky Henderson had a bunch, but no Don Mattingly either. But you get the gist of it. So probably got, oh, I don't know. Here's Greg Maddux, had a bunch of his card. So, you know, what is that? 75 cards roughly, looks like. If I had to guess, you know, a little under 100. But in any case, that's what I got for the stars. I got about 50 cards of the Yankees for my Yankee album I'm putting together. And then was the error cards. So I probably should have put this together a little better. I just kind of clumped them all together. So I will show you. There was a bunch. It was a lot more than I remembered. I know I focused a lot on the, you know, you get the Mark Whitens, you get the Chris Hoyle with the wrong border, you get Doug Drabek with the wrong border. But then I forgot about the Wes Chamberlain pitcher. He's got a wrong pitcher in there. And then Jose Gonzalez has a wrong pitcher in there for the Dodgers. And then there's a bunch of other ones that just had incorrect stat lines that got adjusted. And in some cases, I don't know. I felt like they're pretty minor. I don't know why Topps went back to adjust them, but they did. So let's just go through some of those here. All right. So first and foremost, let's talk about the Mark Whiten one. So I got Mark Whiten, but it's not the error card, right? This is the one, this is the normal one where his hands are inside the border. So last time, someone drew on that one. So last time I got Mark Whiten, I actually got it with the outside hands. And I think I ended up selling it for like 40 bucks or something like that. But before I show you the rest of the error cards, here's what I don't understand. Like, so his hands, if he came out, they're just coming out a little bit, right? They don't need to cut it off. They could have just let his hands be outside a little bit. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal, because when I look at some other cards, right, all these guys, look, their helmets or their heads go outside the top, which is what the equivalent would have been of, you know, his hands going wide, right? So, I mean, it happens a lot. And then these guys, and if it's more about, hey, you don't want to cut someone's head off, you still got bats, right? These guys' bats all go outside the top. So it's like, all right. And then Harold Reynolds, his hand is going outside the top. Not much, but enough, right? And then Tom Candiotti, you can see they kind of airbrushed this strip out from the glove. But this little piece is outside the thing, and then they airbrushed the rest of that. So not quite sure. But then when you look at the side here, this glove goes outside the border for Jack Doherty, right? Matt Williams' hands go a little bit, like just a little bit outside the border. Not a huge deal, but Jack Morris, right? His thumb is sort of outside the border there. His foot's right up to the border, not going outside, but literally right up to it. And then you got Vaughn Hayes with his hands going outside the border here, the tip of the bat going outside. So I guess, you know, these cards I'm showing you are just some examples. There was others, right? There was a lot more, but that's why I just didn't get why they made this change. I bet if they just kept the card the way it was, nobody would have really paid much mind to it or cared. But I'm glad they changed it, because it gives you a chase card for 91 Topps. The other error, so this is one error I got, was Wes Chamberlain. So this is not Wes Chamberlain. The one with Wes Chamberlain is him in like the dugout stairs, like leaning forward. So this guy with his bat on his shoulder, I don't know who it is. I looked it up and it, you know, said the name of the guy who it was, but I don't know who exactly it was. So that was one error that I got. And then there was a couple other ones where I didn't get. I looked for it, but let's see here. Yeah, Chris Hoyles. I was trying to get the it's a white border is what I'm looking for here, and this is the black border. So not the error. Same thing with the Doug Drabeck, right? Black border, looking for the white one. The next one is, this one is a little tricky, so I have to look this one up a little bit more. I've had it in the past where the black on the anniversary for the Oil Can Boyd is gone, but then there's also like supposed to be something on his wrist, like an airbrushed out something on his wrist. I don't know. I can't really tell if anything is done on that one. So there's all these different variations, right? So I have to see if I got what I think I have, because I don't know. So this is what I think it is. I think like there's no line underneath. No, there is a line there. I don't know. It's one of these is just missing the line. I don't know what it is. It's such a weird variation, and then it also depends on the variation on the back. Like, see, this is, I think, one of the glow backs. And Wax Packs does a whole bunch of videos on this. And then you can see, like, these ones are all different ink. It's much lighter than that one. So it's just all these different variations. I have to look that one up. I'm not 100% sure on that one. This one, the Moises Alou one, this is not the error cards. So this one, actually, when he was with the Pirates, he didn't score any runs, and that's 0. But on the error card, they actually gave him like 37 runs. So those are the corrected versions. Same thing here with the Joe Morgan version. Wade Boggs is correct. 187 hits is supposed to be, the error is supposed to be 87. Let's show, and this is the other one too that I was kind of chasing down, and this is the error, but I never found the corrected version. So in September, he actually got 14 hits and scored 3 RBI, or had 3 RBIs, and this shows 3 and 2. So that's the error. The corrected version should be 14 and 3. So have all the errors, but not the corrected version. Keith Comstock, this is the corrected version. It's with him and the Mariners. So Keith Comstock, this guy keeps getting all these Topps error cards. It's supposed to be, there's one actually where they printed the Cubs logo here and gave it Cubs colors. So that would have been the error. But this is the corrected version, so nothing fun to write home about that. Frank Tanana. This one was, so this is the error because in the strikeouts, he was supposed to be the league leader with 261 strikeouts. And so they correct that and made him the league leader. So this is one of the ones where they didn't mark that down and make him leader. And again, it's an error because they corrected it, right? I mean, to me, it's not a big deal that they did that, but they did change it. And now this is another fun one because it's all the different variations on the backside with the glow backs and everything else. But for Dwight Evans, he was, this is correct. So in 82, he had 162 games played, which is tied for the league lead, which is what the diamond is indicating, that it's, you know, italics and then tied with the diamond. But then as you can see here, it's just showing league leader, no diamond, league leader, no diamond, and then league leader diamond again. But you look at the back of it all, right? Here's the error card with the glow back version, right? And this is sort of the same dark print, but then you got the corrected versions with the lighter print on the back. So different sort of variations of the card with the error. So again, fun stuff to find when you're going through 91 Topps, right? Otherwise, what are you gonna do with 91 Topps? Let's see. One other one was Lonnie Smith. And this one, again, it's such a minute detail that, so you see here, this is the corrected version. You had 1269 games played, and I forget, there was one other thing, maybe a run or something was different. But in there, you can see they were off by one. Oh yeah, games played. They had 135 and it's 136, and so that made the difference. So their math was right, but they were just wrong with the year, or how many he played for the year. So it made the total and the year total wrong. So 1269, 135, I think that's right. 136, 1270 is wrong. So that's just and you get that 1270, and then you get that. So you got two corrected versions and two error versions there. But again, nothing too crazy on that front. And then this one is actually an error card as well. This is the Jose Gonzalez batting lefty. So this is actually Billy Beane. It's not even Jose Gonzalez. So not even the right nationality, but wrong person altogether. And so really what it should be is him batting right-handed. So I was hoping to get the other card of his, but I never came across his other card. So I want to try and get that. So like, I have the West Chamberlain and Jose Gonzalez somewhere, but I'll see if I can get those corrected versions. Let's see. This is the Pat Border one. Did we already talk about that? Oh yeah, this one. This one, you can see the stolen bases, right? He hardly has any, and then all of a sudden he has 40. He was supposed to have 0, and they put 40. So I don't think Pat Borders all of a sudden gained some wheels when he went to Kingston, but so that was the error there. And then this is this is another oil can Boyd one. So I don't know if there's, yeah, I can't see anything on that one. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But those are the errors that I was getting for 91. So I went through that. So now next I'll go into 89. There'll be some more errors in there that I'll try and find, and then we'll dive into the 86 as well. Okay, was able to go through the 89 portion of the box. Show you some of the fun things I found. Once again, cards for the player lots. So I'll probably have about 100 cards here for various player lots, and you get a bunch of good ones in this one. You get George Brett. You got a Biggio rookie. I think I got 2 of them. Yep, there we go. All-star card for Boggs. I got a bunch of Dante Bichette rookies. About 3 of those. Let's see, who else did I get? Got some low-level Hall of Famers. There's another Bichette rookie. Let's see. Jack Morris, Will Clark, Fred McGriff. you know, the usual suspects that you would get in the 80s. Clemens, Carter, you know. So guys who are in the Hall of Fame or stars of the time that I can put good lots together for, stuff like that. That's all that's in this, as I've shown before. So, but again, got some good ones there. So no other big rookies, but some good cards. For my Yankee album I'm putting together, probably about 25 cards for that. These cards I just put aside because, again, just some weird faces. Steve Curry just making like a, I don't know if he was trying to act tough. He's barely got like a, I don't know what you kind of call that kind of mustache. I call it like a preteen mustache going on there, but it looks like he's trying to snarl and be tough. Just an odd looking picture. And I love this Mike Lacoste picture all the time because it seems to me like he's, you know, showing to the cameraman, it's like, you don't believe I can throw a split finger, right? He just looks pissed off and angry, like, this is how you throw it. I just imagine he's in some sort of argument with that guy taking his picture for the for the baseball card. On to some of the errors. It was the Future Stars was a couple of the errors, but I only pulled it aside just to see if I can see him, but supposedly the Future Stars, you know, sometimes is higher and then other times it's lower, so there's a bigger gap between the hat and the Future Star. In this one, you can see the gap is the same size for all of these, so no error there. Same thing with Steve Searcy, no error there, or same gap size. So with Mike Harvey, you can see the gap is a little bigger, but still, these are the same distance, so no variations on that. The other thing I was pulling out was for these error cards, and I did not get any of them, but this is what I was looking for. So for the Bob Welch card, the variation is complete Major League pitching record is missing. So obviously that's there, so that's the corrected version. Franklin Stubbs, the Dodgers is in white. The corrected one is supposed to be in gray, which this one is. So no variation there. Kurt Stillwell is, I don't know exactly what it is, but there's like yellow, it almost looks like a yellow highlighter over his name. So it must be as the print went over it for the border, the yellow border. It went over his name a little bit, but this one looks pretty clean. I don't think this is the variation at all. I can't see any yellow in the name, so that one is the corrected card. The Blue Jays one, this one's interesting because in the error version, there's a white where the J hooks. There's the blue didn't capture, so it's white right there in the hook of the J. In the corrected version, it's all blue, which obviously this is, so that's the corrected version. And then Stan Jefferson, he has 3 variations. There's a pink, there's always a triangle in the corner, but there's one that's pink, there's one that's violet, and there's one that's mixed. This one to me looks like mixed because you can almost see, you can see the pink one, but then you can see the violet over the top of it. So this is the mixed version, but they're both the same. So those were the error cards I was looking for. So I pretty much have the corrected versions of all of them. Still got to go through the 86 Topps row, so I'll do that now. Okay, wrapping up this box, and I'll probably just make it, I still have one more box to go through, but so I'll make this video just this single box. Went through the 86 Topps here. I didn't put it back in here because I want to go through, and as you guys know, I'm putting together the 86 set in the album, so I need to go through these cards, make sure I didn't I didn't miss any, or I got some stuff to fill into the album. But if I have most of them, right, I got another pile of Yankee cards over here to put to the album. Probably about 15, maybe 20. Got this, the box bottom cutout for Pedro Guerrero. So not too bad except for this area, it has a crease going down there, but they cut it out pretty well. And then no error cards. Well, there are error cards in this set, more the blue blueprint version, or like a blue ink streak going down, like Roger Clemens' face, and there's a couple others where there's like a blue streak going down there, the front of the cards, but didn't come across any of those. So, but other than that, there's no other errors really to write home about. But was a lot of good cards in here. As far as these were definitely consolidated from a pack. So this one had the gum stain on the front. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's all bubbled up there. So gum stain was for that. Same thing here though. You got a lot of good Hall of Famers and some of the rookies. Second year card for Joe Carter. Second year card for Eric Davis. Third year card for you, Henderson. You got the Jose Uribe rookie card, $5 million card right there. But then a little bit later on, I do get the I do have another Jose Uribe, but it does have the gum stain on it. There it is. Has the gum stain going right down the middle. So that one's only like $500,000. Same thing with this Vince Coleman rookie. I don't know if you can see it. You got, yeah, there you go. You got the gum bubbled it up right there. So some of the good cards really had gum stains on it. But I did get another Vince Coleman rookie. And then the record breaker rookie as well. Reggie Jackson in there, Gary Carter, Mike Schmidt. So ended out with some good players. But the Mick Telton rookie card there. So not bad. I mean, overall, I got to keep a lot of cards for the player sets. I mean, out of each one, I probably kept, close to 100 cards for player lots. Got my Yankee cards, probably close to a total of 100 cards for the Yankee lot. And then, a couple of the error cards, but nothing major, but not really the variation. So, but that's just one box. We still got one more box to go through. So I'll stop this video here and I'll wrap up this collection in the next one. See ya.